So, I'm gonna try to keep video length to around 18, 19 minutes a piece. I think that's a good spot. Who knows? Oh, which means I have to kind of try to concentrate more on the game or whatever. Hopefully it's not boring. Need to do something behind Lieutenant Kasagi's back, sneak out after he's gone to sleep. Ooh. I do know who he is, and I do know he follows you around like a lost puppy.
Hello, officer.
And I don't remember the dialogue with this woman. 1951? It's probably not 2051. She's not on a cell phone.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
No.
It's like the choices it gives you. It's just like it only really gave me one there. It's like either I say that or I just leave. Do I want to continue the conversation with somebody or do I not? And maybe it's the game kind of injecting the character's personality into each into the dialogue so you can't you it's making you play the character. I should say it that way. Because normally like other games it gives you a variety of options because you're the character, it's your story, but in this situation it's still kind of your story. You're dictating the direction, but it's still this character's story too. So maybe that's what it is. And maybe if I look at it like that going forward, I won't get like burnout or upset about it. But I'm still gonna make the choices I want to make. Like fuck this dude. Though I am thinking about rocking that the mutton chops. Thinking about it. I'll tell you what. I've never done this before. Like I literally haven't done this before, and I've been on YouTube since Justin.tv was a thing. But if I get like, I'll set the bar small. If I get 100 likes on any one video, I'll do the mutton chops. Just 100. I don't even want like 100 more subscribers. Well, either or, either if I get 100 of anything, like if you send me $100 bill in the mail, not that you're going to, because you probably don't know my address. Um, and I had a donation link at one point, but I don't remember what happened to it. And for all I know, random people have been donating me money this whole time, and I don't remember even how to access it. It's through Streamlabs or something. I don't know. I don't even mess with Streamlabs anymore. It's garbage. Um,
Because you're a police officer, sir.
See, the problem is I already knew this, right? Because I did play the first 10 minutes of it. Maybe if I didn't already know what this guy's a cop. But then again, like, if you look at anything about this game, you're probably going to assume this guy's a cop. You're going to assume it's a mystery game. right? So you're, whatever. My recording. That's good. I like that. Good idea. Um, so should I just, for the sake of the fact that I know that he's a cop, should I try to play it more from his perspective, as in like he's hungover, um, has really like post uh Bender amnesia. Yeah,
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
I'm not doing it. Can I zoom in on her to see if she has like any kind of like? She has really high cheekbones. That tells me she's a tweaker.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
I'm not even gonna bother. Cause like this is another thing too in this game. What I've noticed is that there's times where you have like you know how you play most games. You have like a main um dialogue area. Like after the beginning conversation, there's like 5 questions you can ask the NPC, and you ask them the first one, you go through a little branch of dialogue, then you come back and ask the second one, you go through a little branch of dialogue. It's very predictable. And then you usually know when you're making a decision or not. But from what I noticed in this game, you don't necessarily know if what you're doing or saying is making a concrete decision. So sometimes it's better to just say, I don't want to say this, and I know I don't want to do this, so I'm just going to leave.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you've said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
At this point in time, I gotta roleplay. I gotta like double layer roleplay this here, because at this point in time, if I don't know there's a body hanging from a tree out back, I would probably just say this. So that's what I'm gonna say.
You're a cop, Harry. It is unnatural of you not to want to ask questions.
Okay, so I'm forced to do it.
Yes.
Okay, this is fine. This is nothing to do with the body outside, so that's good.
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
I'm pretty sure this is safe. I can probably ask all these and not do
You're in a
anything.
hostel, sir. We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, She is central to our moment in time.
Oh, a little background there. I didn't know about all that.
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties.
Her accent suggests she is not from around here. She's from Aranye, another part of the world.
I didn't know that was an accent. So when people talk like that in real life, like if I go get a tattoo done and I'm talking to like people in the waiting room, should I just assume that they're from wherever this place is? I didn't even know that was an accent until just now.
It's 51. The current century?
I feel like I'm talking to my wife.
Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one.
I'm talking to my wife.
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. There was the usual ruckus, loud disco music.
Oh, goodness.
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
I don't want to be lewd here. Yeah, it goes.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Oh, is that the thing I picked up earlier?
Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Um, then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room.
I feel like I should explain every choice I make here. It would make this playthrough a little bit more lively.
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Is there anything else? Please tell me there wasn't anything else. If prides me to hear this, tell me there was more. I've heard enough. Um, I think I'm just gonna stay completely neutral on this. I'm not gonna be embarrassed by it, and I'm not gonna do this, obviously. I'm just gonna.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it. Glad to have been of assistance.
Okay, I got like 2, 3 more minutes. Looks like she left a nice stub in the ashtray, still smoking.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
You know, it's kind of funny because I'm working on quitting smoking right now. I haven't had a cigarette in like 24 hours, maybe longer. About 36. About 36 hours. I haven't had a cigarette. Oh, but yeah, I should do that.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better.
Mm-hmm.
You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man.
It's true.
A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Yeah, massive tumors. So I need to find some smokes. I'm pretty sure there were cigarettes back here, wasn't there? I swear up and down there was a pack of cigarettes over here. The best way, I'm gonna play this game one task at a time, okay? Right now, I need to find cigarettes. Oh, what the hell? I just had a prompt. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Oh, I have to click the stairs to go down them. Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to persons of power like police officers. Weird. Speaker connected to the radio, music, season of static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to. Yeah, I'm just gonna discard that thought. Could I have unlocked or did something with that? I don't know, maybe, but I'm just like I said with this game. It looked like a bunch of different decisions I could probably make all together, but it could lead to something that maybe I don't know. I'm just playing the damn game. I'm it's not gonna explain it anymore. I already know who this guy is, so let's just get this out of the way.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi,
I always shake
Lieutenant,
people's hands.
Precinct 57.
He's
You
a
must be from the
germaphobe
41st.
or degenerate or a zoomer.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm doing it.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
That didn't help at all.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Nope.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Nope.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Okay.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
I don't know why I would pretend I found it.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to save here and finally end this video. So, later.